Hello, I'm Frederick County Executive Jan Gardner. Welcome today to our Best in Frederick County. Every few weeks we honor people and activities in Frederick County that make Frederick County a great place to live. So April in the United States is Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and during the month of April, people raise awareness about sexual violence and how to prevent it. In 2001, the National Sexual Violence Resource Center was created, and since then has provided resources to help individuals and organizations plan activities in their communities and play a role in prevention throughout the year. Sexual Assault Awareness Month calls attention to the fact that sexual violence is widespread and impacts every person in the United States. Rape, sexual assault, and sexual harassment impact our community, and statistics show that 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men will be raped at some point in their lives, and that's really a pretty stunning statistic. Child sexual abuse prevention must be a priority to confront the reality that 1 in 6 boys and 1 in 4 girls will experience a sexual assault before the age of 18. On campus, and of course for those of us who've had children on campus, 1 in 5 women and 1 in 16 men are sexually assaulted. So we must work together as a community to educate everyone about sexual violence prevention, about supporting the victims and survivors, and to speak out against some of the attitudes that exist in our community that make this a difficult issue to address. I do have a proclamation for Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and I will read that, and then I will pass the microphone to some of our special guests to introduce themselves and to talk a little bit about what they do to address this issue in our community. Whereas Sexual Assault Awareness Month is intended to draw attention to the fact that sexual violence is widespread and has public health implications for every community member of Frederick County, and whereas we must all work together to educate our community about what can be done to prevent sexual assault, to support our victims and survivors, and the staff and volunteers of organizations that help the victims of those associated with such violence, including Hartley House and others in our community, and encourage every person to speak out when they witness something that may be an act of violence or may lead to an act of violence, no matter how small that may be. And whereas with leadership, dedication, and encouragement, there is compelling evidence that we can be successful in reducing sexual violence in our community through prevention, education, increased awareness, and holding perpetrators who commit acts of violence responsible for their actions. And whereas the county joins in the awareness campaign to end sexual violence and encourages all our residents to support this cause, not only in April, but throughout the year. And now, therefore, as the County Executive of Frederick County, Maryland, I do hereby proclaim April 2015 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month in Frederick County, and I commend this observance to all of our citizens. And with that, I will pass the microphone to our guests.
Thank you so much, Executive Gardner. My name is Inga James, and I'm the President and Executive Director of Hartley House. And I just wanted to thank the Executive for making this wonderful proclamation and honoring those people that have been victims of this horrific crime. In Frederick County, according to statistics, over 20,000 people will be victims of sexual assault sometime in their life. We want to honor those people and do what we can to prevent any more from becoming victims. And I'm going to pass it on to my colleague here to talk about an event we have coming up.
My name's Katie Richter, and I'm the Development Director with Hartley House, and I'm very fortunate to work with the men and women of the county in helping support Hartley House and the wonderful services that they provide. One of the ways that we involve the community is through our event called Affair of the Heart, which is happening on May 7th at All Saints Episcopal Church. It's a great evening to celebrate the services that we do, but also take a moment to kind of see the work and impact that Hartley House does through commissioned art by local artists throughout the area. It's a great evening of art auction and bonding and talking about the services that Hartley House has. I would encourage you to check our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Hartley House, for our May 7th event called Affair of the Heart.
Okay, I'm going to pass this Microphone this way.
My name is Catherine. I'm the lead crisis worker at Hartley House, and I'm also a sexual assault forensic exam advocate. So all three of us respond out to the hospital when someone reports they've been sexually assaulted. So this cause is very close to all of our hearts, and we really appreciate this opportunity to be here today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Allie Engineering. I'm also a crisis worker as well as a sexual assault or forensic exam advocate. One event that we do have coming up as well, which you may have seen in the paper from last week, our other part of that event, is the Power of You, the Healing Project, which we are in conjunction with all of the members of our community, including the Sheriff's Office, as well as Frederick Memorial Hospital. And this Friday, we'll be actually continuing that, working with St. John's students to be able to create packets that are going to be giving out to those victims who come through the hospital.
And my name is Megan Tarquinio, and I am a crisis worker and sexual assault forensic exam advocate at Hartley House as well. I just want to echo everything that everybody else has said. Thank you so much to Frederick County for all of the support that you guys give us in our work working with sexual assault victims.
Okay, well, you have the opportunity to share a little bit about what you do with our viewing public. Can you talk about what people can do if they suspect there is domestic violence or sexual assault happening, and also how they can get involved in helping support the work that you do at Hartley House?
Yeah, we have a 24-hour hotline, which is our basic intake system into our services. The number is 1-301-662-8800. Again, that's 301-662-8800. So if you know of somebody who has been assaulted in any way, please give us a call, and we'll help you find the resources you need and give you the information you need to make it all right. And in order to volunteer or provide donations, we also come through the hotline, so please use that number as well in order to speak out and become a volunteer of our services.
All right, well, thank you for all that you do every day to help people. I mean, you help comfort people in a moment of crisis, and we appreciate that. And I think it's important for people to know when they have been victimized that the right thing to do is to report it, and to know that there is support there for them, no matter how difficult that may be for them. And so I really want to thank you for all the good work you do in our community. Sometimes we talk about things that happen that are bad in our community, but I think the good side is to know that there are people who care and people who will help them so that everybody can have a high quality of life in our community. And that's really what it's all about. And I know there are a lot of people who are interested in supporting your organization and in helping you in your mission. So again, the community stands together with you and thanks you for all that you do.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you for joining us for this Best of Frederick Proclamation today. Please make sure that you spread the word that there are services available and that our community stands together to support the victims and survivors of sexual abuse.